art versus the world. Say art versus the world.
Art versus the world.
Say it looking in each camera because we don't know
Art
which one is
versus
our
the
camera.
world. Art versus the world.
Welcome to Art versus the World. This is famous opera singer Chad Opitz.
Hi.
Say
Famous opera singer.
Say what
Chad
you really
Opitz.
are.
I do stand-up comedy.
Say what that has in common with opera singing.
A lot of performance aspects. You're bearing a part of your soul for people. It's a very personal thing. Yeah.
How do you choose which part of your soul to bear? Do you have a say?
Of course. I mean, that's one of the best things about stand-up is that you can just talk about whatever you want. And like a lot of people tend to divulge like a lot of personal information. I don't really talk a lot about my own life, really. I like doing more like wacky make-em-ups, you know? So there's a lot of lying involved, but hey, anything goes in comedy, and that's what the fucking coolest thing about it is, so. Yeah. I can swear, right?
Can he swear?
Can I swear?
Can he swear?
Will Berkeley care if I swear?
The city of Berkeley. Yeah, actually, yes, there is a show on this station that's like naked people. So if there can be naked people, then we can definitely do a bit of the old cursing.
The old ribaldry, okay.
Yes. All right, so as I told you in person, because this isn't in person, this is all computer simulated weird digital stuff, that I read all about you on Facebook on your own personal page in that little paragraph called About Me.
Yeah.
And there it has this really beautifully written thing about how you're an optimistic pessimist.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got all this stuff going through my mind right now about how everyone's scared because maybe the government is turning into something where we don't get to be humans anymore and we all get to turn into hamsters that are like put into little cages and some of us get wheels and some of us don't.
That sounds really cute though.
Right, because everything
way
in
more
my
adorable
mind,
than the reality
everything
of
in my mind
situation.
has to be translated to cuteness, otherwise I perish instantly.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
But in the face of potentially all being little hamsters and little cages with little wheels, where does the optimism come in?
I guess you'd say I'm very pessimistic about just, well, this sounds really pessimistic, but like just life in general and like society.
Okay.
But I'm very optimistic about individual people.
Okay.
And I think individuals can move beyond what society is telling them to do and do awesome things. And so I am optimistic in regards to myself and the people that I really love and try and surround myself with, and think that in that regard things will be okay, but as a greater whole, maybe not. I don't know. I hope so, but it's daunting at times to be positive about shit. So. But
the sincere positivity about like one-to-one interactions, some people don't even have that.
That's true, yeah. But I'm very positive about that stuff.
Cool.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever met you, and I already think you're awesome. And like, I'm like, oh, this is a cool person, and I'm optimistic about like you. You're cool. So it's like one of those things where I'm not going to be like negative about everything,
Right.
Because there's obviously rad people out there. You just got to find them. So.
Okay, and then when you find them, what happens when you don't like something about them?
Well, I mean, everyone's got some bad things about them. That doesn't mean that they're bad people.
Okay.
You know, even I mean, shit. I love my family, and I don't really agree with them in a lot of things, but I love them still, and I see the positive things about them. You know, so.
But you're like positivity search commence, and then you like
Yeah,
find
yeah,
them.
yeah, exactly.
latch
And sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's difficult, but it's worth a try.
Yeah.
You know, you want to treat everyone like they're turds.
No.
You know, that's not good.
Well, not everybody's turds.
No.
Probably technically no one's turds.
That's true, yeah. You don't see a lot of walking dump piles.
No, although unrelated. Today someone did say that if I was garbage, at least I was alive. And to see garbage that's alive is
garbage.
like still special.
Ooh, okay. Walking, talking garbage.
When you do interviews like this, where you become a famous celebrity and you go on to the Oprah show,
Okay.
I don't know if we are allowed to like say that this is the Oprah show, but
This
if we
is
are,
the Oprah show. Look at this set. Look at how much time and care and love went into this.
Yeah. Did you see this?
Beautiful. Are these cobwebs, by the way? I did see that creepy monkey. I like it. And there's delicious Nutri-Grain bars.
In case anyone needs a snack.
Coffee. We got lotion, Up and Up, shea butter, and cocoa. Where's my check?
We'll get it when we get it. We'll get it to you when we get it.
Thank you.
We'll get it to you when we get it. Okay, right. So I had this good idea. So if you have the secret key to finding the good in people and having a good time, what if we had a good time right now?
Sure.
So what do we have to do? Just tell me what to do and I'll
What
do
do we have to do in order to have a good time?
Right now.
I'd say roll a TV in here, order up a pizza. Let's throw on some sweet 80s action movies.
Okay.
Let's just rock out.
That's a good
Put
idea.
on some tunes.
Tunes.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of tunes?
I'm a big sucker for like, I love 80s stuff.
Okay.
Synth pop.
What was
things
the 80s
like that.
actually about? Lasers or cocaine?
Both. Both of those, spandex, just all kinds of crazy antics.
Okay.
And it's funny because like there was all kinds of like, I had a discussion about this the other day where there's like, I rewatched Revenge of the Nerds recently and I was like, oh my God, these are terrible people. Like when you're younger, you're like, whoa, these guys are rad. They're like, oh, they're awful. You're like rooting for horrible people. Like those nerds are dicks. But you know, I don't know. Sometimes time changes perspectives. But you know, they're still fun movies. He's got to take it with like, watch it from a, you know, realize that some of the shit they did was kind of messed up. Yeah.
So we need a copy of Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds, RoboCop is a personal favorite.
Can anyone get us a copy of Revenge of the Nerds or RoboCop?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Predator.
I think they're getting the movies.
Cool. Okay.
And the spandex and the
Thank
pizza.
you. Oh God, I hope so. Spandex, please.
Can anyone bring spandex? I don't know how stagehands work when you don't have any stagehands.
Yeah, I don't even see
you
anyone.
don't have
I think we're literally all alone here. And we're in this isn't even Earth right now. We're in an alternate dimension.
Tell them more about the alternate dimension.
The alternate dimension, I'd like to think of it as Cocoa Land.
Okay.
Where there's rivers of fudge.
Get
and
the
we're
fudge.
floating on a river of fudge.
Get
like
the fudge.
On
Get the fudge out.
oh, is this fudge?
We don't have a spoon.
Oh, this is
And we don't
Nutella?
have a production
Oh,
assistant to
shit.
get the fudge. Okay, so the river fudge is real.
Oh, that's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, a river of fudge. All the homes are gingerbread houses.
Okay.
They got candy cane street lamps.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gumdrop highways. It's a pretty wonderful place.
And that was on the way to get to here?
Uh-huh.
The Berkeley
Cocoa
Community
Land.
Media? Cocoa Land.
Yeah. But now we're just having a grand old time on our amazing set. Keytars, lotion, asthma inhalers. What is this instrument called?
I don't know. Someone called it a thumb piano, but
Ooh.
I think it's more sophisticated than that.
It's like a
A
miniature like
marimba.
zither or something like that.
It's a karimba.
Karimba? Oh, that's a cool name. Karimba. Ay, karimba.
Okay,
Do you play music?
only this
That's the only one you
right
play?
now.
Okay.
No, I just lied. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I got
Oh,
nervous.
that's fine.
This isn't about me. This is about you.
Oh.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
about us.
You're like, don't you dare ask me questions.
It's okay, but you'll have to pay me if you ask me
Okay.
questions.
I'm not getting paid.
That's true.
What? I'm a stand-up comic. I know I'm not getting paid. Holy Lord. One time I got paid in it was a Casper cartoon VHS. He's like, well, I didn't want you to go home empty-handed.
Oh, he
handed me
gave
a
you.
Casper the Friendly Ghost cartoon VHS
Do you have a VHS
with
player?
Spanish subtitles.
That's a.
He's like, you can learn, dude. I was like, sweet. All right. So.
Can you recite any of the lines?
I didn't watch it. I'm sorry.
Can you make any of the lines up?
Hola, mi gusto es muy bueno. I got nothing.
He tried. It's true
I
that he
did.
tried. That's true that he tried. But I do know that you love movies.
I do love movies.
So I was thinking that maybe you should give us like really quick summaries of some of your favorite movies. Like
really quick summaries of some of my favorite movies.
Yeah, but then I get to pick them for some reason because that's how this game works.
Okay, let's play this game.
Is there a movie called Spider-Man?
There is a movie called
Give
Spider-Man.
us the summary of Spider-Man.
Like, do you want okay, it's about this, he's an accountant
Okay.
named Warren Spitterman,
Okay.
and he gets bit by a spider, and it hurts him very much. And he goes to the doctor, and the doctor's like, man, you got hurt by this spider and you might only have like 6 more months to live. And Warren Spitterman is like, well, I better make the most of it. And so he goes out and he becomes the greatest accountant you've ever known. He's like, I don't want to waste my life. I'm going to become the best accountant. Yeah. And then he accounts like nobody's ever accounted before. And he dies, the greatest accountant of all time, on Spitterman. Warren T. Spitterman.
That's good. You really know that movie well.
It's really good. It's got William H. Macy in the title role.
Cool. Yeah, that was good. What about the movie Saving Christmas?
Saving Christmas. Well, that is a sequel to Ernest Saves Christmas. And Ernest it's got Kirk Cameron, and he's trying to make sure that everyone believes in Jesus. But then Ernest is like, whatever, dude. Like, I already saved Christmas, so we're going to fight. So Ernest and Kirk Cameron, it's 90 minutes of Ernest P. Worrell and Kirk Cameron just kicking the shit out of each other. And it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, it's pretty brutal at times.
Is it a one-shot fight? Like
it is a one-take film.
Yeah.
And the stamina of these two gladiators is unparalleled. Like, I don't know, they must have physically trained for years in order to pull off this shot.
Saving Santa Claus.
It's pretty
Saving
incredible.
Christmas. Yeah.
Saving Christmas. And there's all kind. They're busting out all sorts of different types of martial arts forms. They got animal styles in there. At one point, Ernest P. Worrell is doing Tiger Fist, and Kirk Cameron is doing Mantis style, praying mantis. Whew, it is a real treat for the senses.
Oh yeah. So this reminds me of a better, more important question than you giving me important movie information. What's your spirit animal, and what did it have for lunch today?
My spirit animal?
Yes.
I've always felt very connected to pugs. I highly enjoy pugs. I think growing up as like a chubby asthmatic boy, I felt a real kinship with them.
God bless you.
Inhaler, right here, proof, yeah, that I have asthma. And yeah, so that pug probably had a tuna salad sandwich.
Okay.
He likes tuna.
We only have pasta here, so
You only have pasta?
we can't give you anything
That's
but
fine.
spaghetti.
That's okay. I'm really not even hungry right now,
Good.
but that's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay, good. David's really good at making spaghetti.
David, what kind of spaghetti? Spaghetti? That's his forte? I love lasagna. Do you like lasagna?
I love lasagna. Yeah, Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield is one. He knows what's up.
The last person I interviewed who was an actual
Cartoonist?
cartoonist.
Yeah.
The only question I had written down was Garfield. And then I went in and I didn't have any questions, and I was like, are we supposed to?
I went to, last night I went to go see at Cobb's Comedy Club, they had BoJack Horseman animators drawing bits of the comedians while they're on stage. So behind them they had the screen and you could see what the animators were drawing. And like in 4 different segments they just threw Garfield in there randomly.
Garfield's very popular.
Garfield's awesome.
Can we get Garfield in this show? I don't know.
That'd be a tall order.
Would it be? This is kind of the color of Garfield.
That's
we just
true.
got some like black stripes.
Put some catnip on
Is that
there.
what color he is? He's like orange with black stripes?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We can just
In
refer
fact,
to this as Garfield.
That's Garfield. My first dog when I was a kid was named Odie.
Is that
Because I loved
Garfield's
Garfield.
friend?
Yeah. I was a big fan
That's
of
why
that.
you love lasagna. And coffee.
Yeah. And do you like coffee?
I don't know.
I don't know if you like coffee.
Ooh, it's that other game, because we're like playing games.
Yeah.
The 3 things are true. One is this is named Garfield. One is Garfield loves lasagna, and one is Garfield loves coffee. Which of those things isn't true?
Oh, I don't think he likes coffee.
Okay.
I don't remember anything about coffee in that. Maybe John. John liked coffee.
Or maybe
probably.
I'm remembering my dad drinking coffee, reading the newspaper.
Could be. Yeah. He's howling at the antics of Garfield. Like this family's a real circus. Like they should call it the family circus. Oh, those pickles.
And it's just like my dad reading the newspaper. He only reads the comics. My dad gets the
Well, that's
papers.
important news right there.
I know.
He's a
And
smart man.
Speaking of important news,
Yes.
stop changing the topic to funny things.
I'm sorry.
We have some important questions.
We do.
Do people expect you to be funny all the time?
Not the people that I like really know me, like really well, but there are definite expectations on comics. Like I was at a bar in up in Humboldt. I was doing a show. I was just at the bar waiting for the show to start, and I got a text from the booker, and he was like, "If you can get a free drink from the bartender, tell him you're a comic." I was like, oh, okay. So bartender came over. I was like, oh, I'm one of the comics tonight. I was told I get a free drink. And he looks at me. He's like, you don't seem funny. I'm just like, what the? I'm just sitting here having a beer. And he's just like, you don't seem funny. Another time, a guy, one of the doormen, like on the way into a show was like, I don't know if I believe you're a comedian. You're going to have to tell me a joke to get in here. I told him a joke, and he laughed, and he let me in.
Okay, good.
But I was just like, what the hell? Like, why? So yeah, there's weird expectations on comedians to be funny all the time. To me, that'd be annoying as hell.
But it's already happening to you.
Huh?
What do you mean it would be annoying as hell?
To be like, you have to be funny all the time.
Oh,
that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, you just gotta
What about
relax
when someone's
sometimes.
sad? Do you then go to be funny to make them feel better? Do you have like comedy?
It depends. I mean, sometimes that's really inappropriate, and some people don't want that sort of reaction
So
because
you're,
they feel like you're not taking them seriously. I think so. They want you to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know.
Good.
But and I'm good at that too. I'm a good listener. I'm willing to adapt, but usually that's not the case. Like if someone's really sad, they're not like looking to me to like cheer them up via being a goofster. So
see, the show is actually I need life lessons, and I'm like, who can teach me
Oh,
how
okay.
to like interact with humans?
this is awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, I like that.
don't know anything.
Yeah.
That's not true. I know like a couple things. So don't be funny when people are sad. Okay.
You just got to be able to read like what they want.
Right.
You know, because sometimes that is inappropriate.
So
like
wise.
some people, there was this time in college, my buddy Elliot doesn't really have that filter to like know when to like not be funny or whatever. And one of our mutual friends, she was super sad because her grandma died like the night before. And she was really sad, and then she goes, well, but I guess all you can really do is just laugh about it. And then Elliot goes, hey, remember that time your grandma died? And she did not think that was funny. And I was like really trying not to laugh because I could tell she was not into it, but I was like, oh, she asked for that one though. Like why'd she say that? I don't know.
Maybe she needed someone to be mad at.
I guess, yeah, and that worked.
Yeah.
She found herself a scapegoat.
She succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
She succeeded real good.
She did.
Okay, well, do you think that when you hate something, you have to hate something forever?
No, absolutely not.
You can change your mind?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like that's, yeah.
Okay.
What's an example of like, is there something that there must be something that you used to like. Perfect example, and this is like, when I was a kid, I hated mustard. It's disgusting.
Mustard.
Hated mustard.
Stupid mustard.
No, I love mustard.
Oh, mustard.
Yeah, it's taste change. Yeah, things like that.
What about like people when you hate yourself and that can change?
Oh, you can find something about yourself that you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
what?
I've gone through that for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, depression's very real, and I'm not peppy all the time. I am generally a happy person, so when I have been hit with depression, it's brutal because like I don't know how to deal with it, and so I'll get like, oh my God, like I don't know how to handle it. So I get real bad, but it's not that frequent. Like, but about a year ago, I went through a breakup, and that was awful for like months, real bad.
Did you stop doing comedy?
No, no. And comedy is just what I do. Like it's like, I don't know what would make me stop comedy at this point.
Good.
Like I go out all the time. I'm out every single night doing shows.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and it's weird because it's definitely like an addicting thing, but it's what I need right now.
Good.
I need to have this like focus, and it's extremely rewarding, but at the same time also very lonely because I have a lot of friends, but I realize that it cuts into a like normal life, and there's aspects of that I really want, you know, relationship-wise, things like that, but I just don't have any time for it, you know. So but I also know that this is exactly what I need to be doing right now. So
You like got a call with directions, or how do you know?
You just feel it in your heart.
Oh, your own heart tells you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
After I moved up here last March, once I was here and like was able to, because there's just things going on all the time in the Bay Area. Every single night there's a chance to get on stage. And once I delved as deeply into it as I am now, I was like, oh, this exactly what I should be doing. And I've never felt that in my entire life. Like I've been doing things where I'm like, this isn't what I want to do forever. And this is definitely something I will be doing forever.
Yay! Okay, how old were you when you found out you're like, I'll do this forever?
I mean, this was like recently. This was like within
old
the
are you?
last year. I'm 33.
Okay, so it took you 33 years to figure it out.
Yeah, but I don't know if any, like, you know, what, is there any little kids that are like, I know exactly what I want?
Well,
like,
that's the question. When you were little, were you like, oh, be a comedian?
No. I mean, and it's kind of funny because like other people would tell me that, and I'd be like,
funny.
yeah.
Be a comedian.
I've always been goofy. I'd done funny stuff, but I never ever thought about doing stand up. That was just I did acting. I would improv a little bit. I wasn't very good at it. I would always just resort to like whoops, like pratfalls. I'd be like, oh, because my mind wasn't that quick. So I'd just be like, whoa, whoopsie, and like fall over something because I'm really good with like physical things. And
could you fall over now if we needed you to? Just
I
ask.
guess.
You don't have to. I'm just like wondering if you could.
If I yeah. I would prefer not to, but that's okay. I'll probably be doing some of that tonight though at a show. So
where is your show tonight?
I'm at Punchline.
What's the show that you do all the time?
Oh, Monday nights at Spice Monkey, I host a mic.
In what city is that?
In Oakland.
In what California is that?
It's
In what?
It's on Webster Street.
So
it's
like,
in downtown Oakland.
If let's say everybody in the whole world is watching this because this is the internet, and then some of them lived in California, and then some of them had cars, and then they drove to Webster Street in Oakland.
It
the Spice
7
Monkey.
o'clock on Mondays, but keep in mind it is an open mic, so there will be good comedy and there will be hot garbage comedy.
But at least it's alive.
It's alive. It's living garbage comedy.
And today we learned that
it's a
living
place
garbage
for
is
people
okay.
to work out new bits. Sometimes those don't work. Literally half the things I've ever said on stage I do once and I never do again. But then you pick little bits here and there and you build a concise, good set.
Yeah.
And it,
Where was the best set you ever did? A best set?
What the best set I ever did?
Yeah.
One Friday night was really good. I was at Alamo Draft House for the Sketchfest show. That was awesome. I did a show that was really fun in Chico at the Sierra Nevada Brewery.
Well, what's so good about these good ones, though?
They just feel, they're like, just one of those things where like everything works. Like every single thing, there's a big crowd and they're on board with what you're saying and you feel a like collective mass that is identifying with your humor. And humor is extremely personal. So that's an amazing feeling to make people laugh, especially when there's certain jokes that like, I know they're not gonna work all the time, but I love them and I don't wanna like, so I do them as often as I can, even though I know the response isn't always gonna work, but when they do, it feels amazing. So like I have this joke about robot sex, where it's
Tell us the joke about robot sex.
Okay.
I don't know. I just want to see if there was
I
any
have
for
very
me.
little. Oh, do you want it?
No, it's okay.
Okay. It's about like I ask like, oh, who in the this is gonna be bad to like do my bit.
Don't
on.
do your bit.
So,
I can do your bit if you want. Do your favorite
It's so different
part.
when you're just like telling somebody.
Tell me.
I'll try. Okay. So I say like, I ask the crowd like, who smokes electronic cigarettes? And usually people are like, boo! And I'm like, well, why does everyone hate those? Like, I kind of like them because they always make me think like two robots smoking those in bed after sex. Then I say like, but maybe tragically over time, one of those robots smokes one too many electronic cigarettes, has to get a hole cut in its robot neck, put a voice box up to it that makes it sound human. And then I say like, you know what I think robot sex would smell like? You ever held onto a bunch of pennies for a while? Because I just remember that scent. Like, have you ever held like pennies? It's this
yes,
disgusting,
I don't know why I have,
like
but I
odor.
have.
I don't know why. Like it's just, I've always like thought about that in my head, and I was like, how can I incorporate that into a bit? And
The smell of pennies.
yeah, so like when
that's
people do
backwards.
identify with that joke and they laugh at it, I'm like, these are my peeps. These are my people, because it's so specific. And yeah, I mean, I also realize there's certain very specific jokes I like that I just are never gonna work. So that's fine. But that one typically like, let's say 50-50. Sometimes it'll get a big response, sometimes it'll like fizzle, but whatever.
If you make me your creative director, I'll see that every guest gets like a goodie bag of pennies.
Ooh,
Just like a
there we
couple
go.
pennies in a
Here we
Ziploc,
go.
and
I should
everybody
actually,
gets one.
I never thought about doing that. Like doing
See?
like a,
Little gift.
if I was gonna do like merch, like something stupid like that, that'd be great. Like a little, I'll be in the back selling bags of pennies, like $5 for a bag of pennies. That's great. Oh my God, what? I'm totally doing that. Holy shit. And I'll cut you a check.
Yeah, thank you. Or we can just trade for this,
Okay.
Okay.
That is not a bad idea.
Let's play another game.
Okay.
Because we only have 5 minutes and we
have
gotta
5
make the
minutes?
best of it.
We've been talking for 25
It's
minutes.
because when you have fun, time flies is how the saying goes. Time
Wow,
flies when
okay.
you're having fun on
We
Art
must
versus
be.
the World. Say Art versus the World again.
Art versus the world.
Say, I don't.
What's that?
Do it again.
Art versus the world.
I wonder if we can get, that ride, California Adventure, where they spray smells in your face?
Ooh, yeah.
That it'll be like that, but this interview, and then we'll get like penny smells,
Penny
and then
scents?
whatever like that was, it'll be like your breath, your coffee breath.
Did you smell that? What? You're just sort of like, oh, do it again. I'm like, really?
Oh no!
Hot
All right.
coffee breath.
The important game. Okay, I don't know if this is relevant. I don't know how like humans work, but my roommate Jordan, who also likes to do comedy, told me about
Jordan's
you.
great.
And then he was like, play this game with this guy, where you say a word, and then he has to say what it makes him think of, like rapid word stuff.
Okay.
And he's probably gonna be like,
why does he think that I'm good at this?
No. He,
Okay.
He didn't think you'd be good at it. He gave me a lot of ideas, probably good ones, and I'm this.
Jordan's cool.
Yeah.
I like Jordan a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can Photoshop him in
Cool.
as Garfield. This one is Jordan now.
High five, Jordan.
That was good. That was good. That might have been too loud, too fast. I
Sorry.
don't know if you're like following the rules.
Sorry.
Okay. Wait, what do you want to do? First reaction game or rapid question game?
Well, they're basically the same thing, though, aren't they?
No, because one is just one word and the other is like an actual question.
Just do the actual question.
Okay. Do you believe in yourself? You have to answer faster.
Okay, Jesus. Yes, but that makes me sound like such a dick. I don't know.
No. Just say yes.
Yes.
What does comedy do to help a hurt society?
Do you want a long answer?
No, I want a quick answer.
God damn. What does comedy do to help a hurt society?
Yeah.
It gives you a different perspective. Laughing at yourself is the best.
Okay, how many wigs are you wearing?
I'm wearing 3 wigs.
How many wigs would you be wearing if you had a wig hookup at a wig store and you could get wigs for a discount price?
Couture.
Wig, that's all the question is, like this wig question. It was like
Okay.
so many words. Do you think peace is possible?
No.
Okay. Do you think people are ever truly understood?
Yes.
Okay. What's scarier, a snake or what?
Or what?
Or what?
What?
All right. Doctors are everywhere. What's the easiest illness to cure?
Erectile dysfunction.
Erectile dysfunction. Is that like rectal? I'm like, I don't know
Diarrhea.
what that is. Diarrhea. Can music cure misery?
Yes.
Lunch today. You already answered that one. Okay, you have $50 in your bank account.
Okay.
How do you spell pneumonia?
Pneumonia.
I don't know how to spell pneumonia, but that sounds good to me.
Oh.
If you were a pet horse, what would your name be?
Mr. Pickles.
If you were a pet cat, what would your name be?
Frisky McCouturse. I don't know.
A cop on a horse stops you.
Yes.
What's the horse's name?
Peanut butter.
That's good. That's good. That's a good answer. If you could magically turn all guns into something else, what would you turn all guns into?
Keytars.
That's a good idea. Oh,
Fuck
fun.
yeah. That'd be the best.
Does writing comedy cure illness of the mind?
No.
Did you like the movie Saving Christmas?
No.
You answered all the questions really well.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
What? I don't know if it's going to be too loud, so I'm like trying to be quiet.
Okay. Good Lord. What a charmer.
I know, I'm sorry. Maybe there was like, we have 1 minute.
Okay.
What's the most important thing that you need to say? I'll look serious for this.
The most important thing that I need to say, guys, go out, rent RoboCop. It is a wonderful film about a dystopian future involving an officer of the law who gets turned into a cybernetic cop. But it is also a real heartwarmer. Oh, as I cover the mic, it's a real heartwarmer. Rent it today. And I'm currently writing RoboCopera, an operatic version of RoboCop, soon to be seen in your local cinemas.
That ties it together well because we started with You're an Opera Singer.
Yeah.
And we end with You're an Opera Singer. Maybe, and then we really
comes
end
full circle.
with you playing the guitar.
Oh shit.
And then we can like fade to nothing. That's a good idea.
Fade to nothing.
Welcome to the music portion of Art versus the World. Here is famous guitar player
No, it's not. I'm not
Chad
that good.
Opitz.
Let's see.
I'll put my microphone closer to it.
Oh shit, I fucked up.
I'll play the oranges.
Okay, I'm good.
That was good.
Was it?
Yeah. No, I don't necessarily mean you did the guitar good, but I mean it was good that you tried.
Yeah, I just don't know what to play. But it's such a wonderful instrument, is it not?
I think we're gonna get checks from like the yogurt company